again, we are live, and I've been dropping some bombs for us at least, and for those of you that are watching this, bombs in the form of amazing leaders that you get to learn from. And today is one of my favorites because he not only is one of the most talented individuals when it comes to showing you how to get leads from video and many other methods, but today we're going to be talking about video, and he's generated up to not 1,200. He's recruited 1,200 people in his business, in his network marketing business. Been working from home now for over 19 years, one of the top earners in the entire industry for what he does working from home. And he's generated, he was just telling me earlier, and this blows me away, 120,000 leads. That's Lynette. Isn't that crazy? By the way, if you are coming on, depending on where you're watching this from, please let us know that you're here. Please let us know that you're here. And if we do have time for questions, put it in there. We'll do our best to see if we can grab Mark, because I know how much in demand he is for these type of things. So thanks for being here, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for you guys. Like I drop whatever I'm doing. I absolutely love the challenge. So
on what's today's day? Today's Valentine's.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got to do this quick.
Yeah.
Everything.
I convinced my wife to go in the spa in the middle of the day. It's pouring rain in San Diego, right, babe? Okay. And was that TMI? Okay, start here. We got to get to work. So again, thank you for being here, Mark. And let's dive right into it, okay, brother?
Yep.
So first off, you're going to be one of our featured speakers at the Leadership Summit, March 16th and 17th this year. Thank you for coming out here. I know you're going to be blessing a lot of people.
Absolutely. I tell you what, I was so blessed when you guys asked me, because I've gotten asked to speak at a lot of stuff this year, but honestly, when you guys asked, I jump all over it because I absolutely adore you guys, and I've known you for a couple years now, and I am super excited and very blessed for you to bring me out to your event, and I'm looking forward to it.
We're still honored. You're gonna bless a lot of lives, brother. Yeah. All right. So the big question then, because you're gonna be talking about video. Let's dive into some training right now for the podcast and for the live stream.
Yeah.
Why video, and why video for team building and gathering customers in network marketing, Mark? Well,
it's very clear, and we know from all the years in home business, and I've been in the home business industry since 2000. It's all about know, like, and trust.
Mm-hmm.
And people do business with those they know, like, and trust. And what's the way that people can really get to know you online? It's through video, seeing your face, hearing your voice, seeing your mannerisms. That's why, like right here, we're on video right now, and people that have never got to meet me before get to see who I am, hear my voice. Same with you. The funny thing is even though we've known each other for years, like, I got to know you and your family, Tom, through your videos on Facebook. Like, just to see like the fun you guys have. And, even though we've known each other for a while, those videos have been revealing about who you are, what you represent. And it's pure fun, you know? And so that is what it's all about. It's about building know, like, and trust. And if you want to use places like Facebook, doing videos on a regular basis, I think is crucial.
You just said something that we've heard a lot in the industry of people, right? No, but I think people don't understand the depth of what you just said, even though it's so it's like the word focus, and you got to be motivated, right? Yeah. Know, like, and trust.
Yep.
If people really understood that if people knew them, they liked them, and they trusted them, there'd be no such thing as an enrollment issue, would there, Mark?
Right. No, absolutely not. It's the key difference between there are people, I think, that will never get on video, and part of it is because they have this fear. But what they got to realize is that if you break through that fear, you're going to be adding fuel in your business. People need to see you, and we're in a day and time now where 10, 15 years ago, you might have been able to get by just writing text or doing things, but now we're in such a transparent world. people need to know who they're doing business with. They need to see the face. They need to hear the voice. And that's crucial nowadays. And I almost consider it mandatory. It's just a mandatory thing.
And I don't know this. Wait. Okay, Kim. Thank you for. I almost missed that. It's mandatory almost. Is what you said.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, think about this. Even if you just got on once a day, did a cool video sharing some cool tips, tricks, strategies on whatever you're promoting.
Yeah.
And you just get on there and you need to, just like, let's say you're in a health and wellness, you get on there and you share cool tips about health. You don't necessarily have to like be constantly promoting your company or whatever. Yeah. Just get on there and share cool stuff. So when the time comes to promote, people are already comfortable with you.
Yeah.
I have people that bought stuff from me that said, hey, I've been following you for a year and this is the first time I'm buying something, but it's because I really trust you.
That is interesting.
So, yeah.
So it's a massive it's almost like you're incubating. People are watching.
Totally. Yeah, and the biggest thing I think that keeps people also from continuing to do it is they may not see any results like within, in immediate results, but the more you do it and you continue to do it, it'll just snowball. It starts slow, but you pick up steam after a while, especially if people find value in what you're sharing. So
what was video easy for you, Mark, or were you a natural or did you have to build up for it?
I don't think I was a natural. I mean, I still have a copy of my first video ever that I did. It was bad. I mean, I remember when I did it too, and it took me at least 20 takes to do it. Now, I don't have to, I can just hop right on and go to it. Now it comes very naturally just because I've done it so many times.
Yeah.
I was kind of counting how many videos I've actually done probably over the last, 7-8 years. And let me just put it this way. I have a Vimeo account and a Wistia account. And I also have a YouTube account and I have several YouTube accounts. And I'll bet you I have probably, I know in my Vimeo account alone, I have like 900 videos. In my Wistia account, which is video hosting, I probably have another almost 200. Across all the YouTube channels, I'll bet you I have another 700 or 800. So I've made a lot of videos. After you make that many videos, you get pretty dang good. Just you get comfortable with it. So
yeah. And like if you were to say I'm brand new at video, I'm not doing video on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, anywhere, Wistia, Vimeo, anything. Yeah. What would be the first one you would pick for
I would
you?
Probably say, I would if it was somebody brand new, I'd probably say if you're already on Facebook and you've got somewhat of a following or a friend following, just start on Facebook. For me, if I was starting brand new, I would probably do that too, just because I'm on Facebook. And then from there, I'd branch out and start going to places like YouTube as well, because YouTube is very powerful. Mm-hmm. There's a lot, to take advantage of there for sure.
Yeah. Very cool. And one of the ideas that I see some of the top YouTubers now doing in the world, and I don't know if this is where they're almost doing their clips on YouTube and Facebook, but driving traffic to their own video platform. And that's where Wistia comes in, right?
Yeah. And you can do that. I mean, there's all different kinds of strategies with it. But I use Wistia more for, some of my own products. I've really used YouTube and a lot, and I put videos, on my blog that are from YouTube. So Wistia I use a lot for like sales videos and things that I do when I'm putting together products and courses. So, but Wistia is great. It just it can get a little expensive if you have too many videos on there. So,
and based on your research, and I know you research this a lot, and I know you have amazing products and courses that you teach on this. Yeah. What would be an ideal length that you would say for, let's say, Facebook and or YouTube?
Well, Facebook, I mean, if you're doing a live, I just did a live earlier today with my buddy Lisa Torres, and we actually went about an hour and 15 minutes. And we had a bunch of people come on and nobody left. I mean, it was good content we were talking about. So if your content's good on Facebook Live, you can go long. I mean, people will watch as long as it's valuable. They're going to watch it.
Yeah.
Now, as far as on YouTube, it really depends too. There's no set length. So sometimes short videos are good, but sometimes longer ones are good too. Like I said, it all comes down to the content, and if people get value, they'll stick and watch it.
All right. So what are maybe 3 tips? If you can just do bam, bam, what are 3 tips to doing a good video?
So to do a good video, number 1, just know what do people want? What does your market want? I always tell people, like, just have a clear message of who you're speaking to. Okay. So figure out who it is you're talking to. If you're a network marketer and your goal is to attract people to your company that may want that, share some cool tips without necessarily always directly pitching the business. Okay. Yeah. And then when you do the video, if you've never done one before, I challenge people just to pick up your phone, do a video of yourself, and then don't send it to anybody, just for you. And then from there, do some more videos and maybe send it to one other person just to get their opinion on it. And that the more you do, the more you actually get used to it. Like, it's actually not, it's not hard. The more you do, the more comfortable you get with it.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, it's like, it just builds on itself. So,
and do we need a fancy silver looking thing hanging from the sky like you have to start?
No. The best thing is right here is just your cell phone. I mean, here's the thing. Like, I have done so much business over the years. I have created tons of videos, and almost every single video I create is either from my phone or it's from my computer webcam. I do not use fancy equipment. My lighting kit here is about, I just bought a new one. It was like $78 on Amazon.
Wow.
Just to make sure I got light on me. So it's not like you have to have all this fancy stuff. I've seen people actually go out and they spend all this money creating a studio and all this. Like, man, you don't need that crap. Just keep it simple. Yeah. I wish the majority of videos you're going to create will be right here.
Smart.
Yep.
It's good. And there's a question that came up from Kim there.
Yeah.
Kim wanted to chime in. Do you see the question there? Why don't you read that? Beautiful.
Yeah, you kind of touched on, the more you do something, the better you get, right? But, what do you say to the person who's absolutely terrified to flip on the camera? Is it tough love and say, hey, just do it? Or is there something you can walk them through that?
It's a little bit of both. I like to say, look, you gotta push through it. But here's why people get terrified. Okay. It barely boils down to like 2 or 3 different reasons. And number 1 is they're afraid of how they look. Okay. Mm-hmm. And, I got over that one real quick. But the point is, they're afraid of how they look, especially you beautiful ladies, like, oh my gosh, I don't have makeup on, or does my hair look okay? And so that's another reason. But also, people are afraid of looking or sounding stupid. Mm-hmm. Like, they don't want to sound stupid. Or they're also afraid of negative feedback. Okay. So what I usually tell people is I like to inoculate people, and I tell them, first off, don't worry about how you sound. We are our own worst critic. We're always going to think we sound dumb. And that's just not true. I have people that have told me before, like, I love your videos. Like, you're so good. And I look at myself and I'm like, man, I kind of sound dumb there. And I'm like, you are your own worst critic. So we have to like really watch that. The other thing is, it's a common saying. We say it in home business. Hey, in home business. And it's something common that we say, which is you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. If somebody's open, you're not going to say the wrong thing. So you have to understand it's the same thing with video. You do that and people are going to get that. But the biggest thing that people fear is rejection from other people and nasty comments. But here's the thing, and I always tell people this, you're going to get nasty comments at times. It's nothing you can do about it. Accept it and just realize that it has nothing to do with you. It only has to do with them. A lot of people treat others, it's only a reflection of how they feel about themselves. So The more people push past that and just start doing it, you'll get to a point where it doesn't even phase you. I've had people say some of the worst, horrific, nasty comments toward me, and it doesn't even phase me now. I a lot of times I'll just respond and say, "Hey, God bless you. Jesus loves you," something like that.
And that is so hard to believe if you know Mark, and when you get to know him, you'll be like, who could say even a single negative thing? But people are people. There's a lot of people out there that just are negative.
Yeah.
Very.
So good.
Yeah.
I want to go get one of our daughters.
Wait, ask me, we're going to get her. Ask Morgan.
No, she's getting the other one.
No.
Two daughters.
You get Madison Kinsey, and she can get.
Okay.
Seriously, ask her. Yeah. I brought Morgan up because there's some cooking videos out there called Tasty.
Oh, yeah.
They do 20, 30 million of views. And Morgan's a very introverted type person. So she found a way to do video without even being on camera.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool.
It's way better to be on camera, though.
Yeah. Well, especially, I mean, in home business, there's no question. It's always better to be on camera, show your face, because ultimately, again, it's people that want to get to know you. They want to know you, like you, and trust you. So I think in our space, that's important. In other spaces, that may be a totally different story.
Yeah. So if you were building, if you were looking to generate leads right now, and I know we're not going to go into every detail of the steps right now, but what method would you do as one of your favorite methods right now in the world that we live in to generate your ideal prospects? What would that look like for you?
From a video standpoint?
Let's say anyway, like let's just say you have to support your family and feed your baby, you and your wife, and for income, what would you do first?
Yeah.
For income, like immediate, and then maybe what would you like to build up to?
Well, I always tell this to people: if it was immediate, I'd number one, have a good offer, and then I'd start reaching out to everybody I knew that I think could benefit. I mean, the warm market is still the best place to start.
Okay.
People that you know, and so I'm just a firm believer in that. Even though I'm more internet marketing inclined because I love the internet and the leverage, I'm still on the phone every day. I'm still talking to people. I'm still chatting with people. I mean, I was just chatting with somebody before I hopped on here that had a few questions about something and about one of my courses. And so I am still very personable. Like I love leverage and I love the leverage of the internet, but I am not a guy that just sits behind my keyboard and never, just wants to hide. Yeah. So I think that's important. And I would go straight to the warm market because I think that's the best place to start. And I would start creating a ton of videos. And then because everybody has an expectation, I'm going to start popping out videos and bam, I'm getting leads. Yeah. If someone's getting good at it, what would be an expectation you think? And I know everybody's different depending on the person. Yeah. I mean, it's not a short-term thing, technically, you're not going to be like flooded with leads day one or month one or even month two. And it just depends on the strategy. Like if you're going to do YouTube and you're going to start pumping out YouTube videos, then it's going to take you a little time. You're going to have to do them every day for a good, 3 to 6 months, I think, before you really start getting some traction in YouTube and doing it in a, specific way. But let's say it always is about exposure. So you can create the biggest and best video you've ever created, but if nobody sees it, it does you no good. So the other thing is, how do you take that piece of content and then promote it? See, I'm a fan of learning some basic Facebook ads. You could learn a little bit of paid marketing if you wanted to get it out there and in front of more people. That's an option. So, there's options out there, but if you're not going to go with paid marketing, you just have to come in with the understanding that it can take some time to ramp up and make it happen. Okay. Kathy Zimmer says best time to do Facebook Live. It's different for everybody. I don't know that there's necessarily any right time. Some people you could do them in the morning. More people are on Facebook between from what I've seen, maybe between noon and 9 o'clock. Mm-hmm. And at some key points in there, there's more people. But honestly, I don't think the power of lives is necessarily in the actual live. I think it's more in the replay. more people see the replays. I still get comments on lives I did like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Every once in a while I'll get a comment and I'll be like, oh, wow. You know?
Yeah.
So
it's hard, when sometimes you got one person on there and you got to bring it. And that one person that's watching live, I've had them turn into 3,000 people that watch the replay.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's definitely, and some people get discouraged, they hop on a live and maybe, one person shows up, or I've even seen people who've done lives where nobody's watching, but they don't realize that you can then use that video and promote it other ways, in other ways. So
awesome. So what, and then keywords, how deep, I know that's probably more something you get to later, but you do focus on the copywriting of your messaging. How important is that? Or is that takes time to build up to that kind of strategy?
Yeah, there's as far as like writing a little description for your video, say like on a Facebook or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a simple formula that I always try to follow. Not always, but one of the formulas that I use is how to blank without blank. That's how I use. So how to lose that last 10 pounds without fad diets or pills.
Yeah.
Or I also like to describe it as how to do the really cool stuff without all the sucky stuff.
I like that.
Yeah.
And then just curious, I'm curious with this question.
Yeah.
Do you bank your ideas for content? Like when you're on a phone with a coaching client and they're like, you hear a good content piece, do you bank it? You type it out in any kind of organization thing?
Sometimes I use Evernote a lot. So if I have ideas, I'll jot it down. But also some of the best ways to get content ideas is find who the top people are in your niche. And there's so many ways to get content ideas. It's crazy. Some people are like, well, I don't know what to talk about. It's like, just go watch someone else's live and I'll bet you'll get 10 topics just from, what they say.
Well, what's a big do not do when you do live video? What are a couple? Because I've got a bunch of pet peeves. Yeah. What are a few of yours?
Well, one big thing to really think about when you're doing live video is think with the replay in mind. And I think the biggest mistake most people make is they get on a live and they spend the first 5 minutes like, oh, hey, Tom. Hey, Tim.
Hey,
good to see you.
Hang on, Mark. Let's wait for a few people to get on.
Yeah, exactly. That's like the biggest mistake, I think, because when the replay comes, people aren't going to wait. They don't, they may fast forward, but I think the biggest thing is like, just get into the content right away, and if you want to, as you're coming on and you start talking, you see people hop on, then say, hey, hey, Tom, good to see you. And as people comment, you can do that interaction, but don't wait to get into the content. Just start going.
Okay. Good.
So
okay, one more. Kathy said, can you record a YouTube video and play it as a Facebook Live?
Yeah. So ultimately, one of the things that you can do is there's some software out there that you can record a video and then stream it live, a recorded video.
Yeah.
There's all different kinds out there. So, but there's really some great stuff to do that. So
I know we'll have a lot more time in San Diego to go through that. So that's exciting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, and I know we can go on and on and on about how you can do video on Facebook and it automatically goes to your phone. Then you can upload it to YouTube. Then you can make articles. You can go on and on and on when you get more experience.
Yeah. And you know what? We're going to definitely talk about more of this at the event. I'll definitely be talking more about this and lay out a strategy that people can follow.
Yeah.
There's no doubt, a simple strategy. So, definitely I'm excited, man. I can't wait for this event. Like I just to come and be with you guys is going to be awesome.
Yeah, me too, brother. We're super pumped. So here's what you want to do for those of you that are. Let me write this out in here right now. Give one more. What's one more thing that you want to leave people with right now as we're wrapping up? As I type something in here.
Well, I would just say, when it comes to the event, I think, let me just say this real quick, that I'm going to share some really good stuff regarding video. There's no doubt about it. I'm going to get into it. If you really want to use this strategy, I'm going to lay out a really good plan and something that'll help you when you leave that you can implement right away. But if I can just stress the importance of live events and why you must go to them, because I've been doing this for a long time, and I did not really understand the power of live events until I started really going to them. And now, I mean, last year alone, I think I went to 9 or 10 live events. And this year already, I mean, I've already got 2 that I'm going to. I've got another one in like April. There's so many events that I'm going to this year. It's crazy. So, and the reason I love them is because, number one, like, events have made me so much money just from meeting people, connecting with people, building relationships, and it's all from getting face to face with people. And it's a total impact. So I would highly suggest that, you know, anybody that's watching this come to the event in San Diego.
Yeah. This is the first one, Mark. And with you, I know you're a keynote. You can command a lot of money up front to go there to events, and all the other speakers too. They're top earners. Some of them are even 8-figure earners that are going to be there. And I've asked for favors. People like you. I'm like, Mark, come on, buddy. I've never asked for anything. Can you be at our first live leadership? And you're like, yes. And I'm so humbled. Yeah. And the reason why I say I'm probably not going to be able to keep asking my friends to just keep coming like this, but we're doing it. It's going to be powerful, and we're excited. We're excited that you're going to be there.
Hey, like I said, I adore you guys. Over the last couple of years, we've really gotten to know each other, and there's you know, I've got a handful of people that I just absolutely love, and you and Kim, and you guys are definitely one of them. You know, and it's just good people in this industry, and you guys are right at the top. So,
well, it is so true with the power of video, and it is extremely mutual. But to be really real with, I really feel you as one of my top friends, people that I truly love and genuinely connect with, not only from a faith perspective, but really, Mark, how many times have we seen each other face to face, belly to belly?
There, only a couple,
2 or 3. But I feel like
I knew I loved you guys when I always tell you this. It was your video that you did with, was it Morgan?
Yeah.
When she got her driver's license.
That one right here.
Yeah. When she got her and she took off in the car for the first time and you followed her on the bike. To me, that's one of the best videos you've ever done. It was so good. When I remember I was just kind of starting to get to know you guys a little bit. When I saw that video, I said, oh, I gotta get to know these guys.
Yeah. Well, that's a good kind of a last leading question.
Yeah.
How much personal and how much business?
Oh, yeah. As far as
if you have one channel, if you have one channel, what would you do? Like, 50,
well, you know, what's interesting is, I mean, like, there's no set like formula, but I have this internal barometer that has become so sensitive, where I know if I'm being overly pitchy, like I'm pitching too much and I haven't given enough value. So like I will pitch for a little bit, and then I'll be like, okay, for at least a good week or 2, I need to just give a whole bunch of value, free stuff, you know, cool stuff that really can help people, free content. And then that will prepare me for another time. It builds up the goodwill bank. You know what I mean? Yeah. The goodwill bank is so important. And we do that by, you know, creating quality content that allows people to get to know you, like you, and trust you. And when there is a time to promote something, you know, you're ready to rock.
Cool. Are you doing a lot of story? Are you doing Instagram too now, stories and the kind of capturing?
I haven't done a ton on Instagram, to be honest with you. My 2 main platforms are Facebook and YouTube.
Right on.
But
I'm going to do a clip right here and just show people. I'm with that guy right there. We are doing a live podcast with Mark Harbert, one of the top video guys in the world. Just drop bombs. If you're in network marketing building teams, jump on our Facebook Live or the replay at Priority Network, or I'll drop the links here. But you got to check out this interview. It was the bomb. Thanks for being here, Mark. Really appreciate you, buddy.
My pleasure.
We'll
appreciate you guys.
Awesome. And we're excited to see you in San Diego.
Yeah.
I was going to say it's going to be warmer, but you never know. You live in Florida.
I know, right? And right now it's actually pretty warm. We woke up cold, but now it's kind of hot. Of course, it could just be these lights, but
yeah, we're in a monsoon, and with the biggest rainstorm I've ever seen in my life in San Diego.
Oh wow, yeah. Well, I used to live in San Diego myself, so years ago. Cool. But so yeah, rain is usually a welcome blessing.
Cool. So, all right, buddy. Well, you have a blessed day. Thank you for your time. And I know you blessed some people here. By the way, I put the links up there for Party Networker events. Make sure you put the code. It still works, or depending on when you're watching the replay, the code is early bird. So you could put that in there and it's like $200 or $300 off still. We're only doing that through our live stream. So go check it out. All right. God bless you, everybody. Thanks, Mark. Bye, everybody.